So this is how it work. Okay, so mainly just I'll explain one more time. When you can go for group, suppose we have thousand of test cases or 1,000 of classes, right? So how we can do, so just convert into testng.xml. okay, like this. You'll prepare one file and you just rename it, regression, or you prepare a separate regression file, then prepare separate sanity, then prepare separate, smoke. Okay, and now whenever is release is happening or some build is getting triggered, you can just run only that file, and that file you have already configured. So this, if I'm configuring a smoke, so only a smoke test cases should prefer like run, right? So I'll just create one more testng.xml file so that I can just explain you. So I'll just copy here and I'll just paste here only. Okay, so a new name, let me here only, I'll just create one more, so I'll just go to TestNg, convert to TestNg. I'll just give something called a smoke. I'll just give a smoke. Okay, fine, done. So a smoke is created. Now I'll just pass the group name as smoke. Okay, so what it will run, it will run only smoke test cases. Fine, so I'll just make it here smoke, right? So now if I run this file, so only my smoke test cases will execute. So run as TestNg shoot. So just see, so what is the output? So only a smoke test 1 and smoke test 2 got executed because only a smoke is where. So on this test, smoke test 2 and smoke test 1 is having only a smoke, right? So these only remaining test case didn't get executed because was not having a smoke group, right? Okay, so this is one of the way you can handle. Okay, so whenever you have to, this is the best way and this is the best, option which is available in TestNg, that we can group the test cases, and as per our need, as per our requirement, we can run sanity, we can run a smoke, and we can run regression, right? So this is how we can achieve. Okay, so now apart from this, suppose I want to run a smoke also. Okay, so I'll just make, you can here play around. Okay, you can just smoke also. I want sanity. Okay, so I want smoke and sanity both, so I'll just include, I can give again include name is equal to sanity. So again, if I run this file, you can name the file as per your wish. Again, if I run this file, so now smoke and sanity both will run. So if I go to results, so the sanity also running and smoke, because I have include smoke as well as sanity. So just simple, what you have to do in existing testng.xml, you have to just create one group. Okay, you just have to create one group, and in group, inside group, you have to create one run, and in run you have to just write include, and you have to name that particular group, that which group you want to run. So this is very easy things which is available in TestNg to group the test cases and run it however you want. Cool, so this is how it work. Okay, now one more feature is left. Okay, suppose I have this so many, okay, regression, sanity and all, everything. Okay, so here I have, let me check. So here if you'll see, so I have regression, so many regression, here also regression, but I want to run regression only, but I don't want to run a smoke which is also part of regression. Okay, I just want to run regression. Just I'm giving one example. So I'll just go to regression.xml. So I have here written regression, all regression, right? But now I don't want to run in regression, I want to run all the test cases, right? So whatever is already configured, it will execute all the regression. Wherever execute in test method, wherever regression it will be there, it will execute all. Okay, but I want to execute regression, but I don't want to execute a smoke which is also part of regression. So we have the feature test in TestNg called exclude. So I can write here something called exclude. Okay, and then I can write smoke. Okay, so now it will run all the regression test method, and in that test method, if a smoke is there, it will exclude that. Okay, so now if I'll see, so here regression but a smoke is there, right? So I'll just execute it now. I'll just show you. Okay, I can play around however you want. So you have to always go to testng.xml, regression.xml, run as TestNg shoot. You can play around however you want, right? So if I see regression, then sanity 1, sanity 2. So regression I have 2. Okay, let me go through. So if you just absorb this regression, I'll just do the output. So okay, output you will get confused because SOP I have not changed. So regression, sanity 1, sanity 2. Okay, I'll just go to this test case. So if I'll go to this test case, now I'll just show you the output. So I'll just show you the output. So just observe it. So how it works. So in that XML, what I have done, I have run regression but exclude a smoke. So regression is where, so in sanity 1 regression is there, sanity 2 regression is there, smoke test 1 regression is there, and then this regression is there, right? So first regression I'm running, so regression is there, right? Okay, then regression is here, but smoke is also there. So this have excluded because smoke I don't want to execute, which is part of regression. So smoke test 1 has not executed. Then again this is executed, right? Sanity 1 and sanity 2 has executed. Okay, because here smoke was not there, here it is sanity, right? So all the regression test cases got executed, so as per our requirement, right? So like that, if you have our requirement like this, and okay, so like if you have thousands of test cases and hundred of test classes, so you can give all the test method a group, okay, all the test cases a group, that which group your test case belongs to, and then you can create a separate file for regression, sanity and smoke, and you can configure like this however you want. And then whenever you want to run regression, you can just go to regression XML file and run it. Whenever you want to do sanity, go to sanity and run it. So this is how cool it is. Okay, so as of now I have just included a class, only one class. Similarly, like if you have like multiple class, you just give all the classes here like this. Okay, only like all the classes, make sure you have given the group parameter. Okay, then only it will identify and it will run. So this is how grouping will work. Okay, so now we'll see next parameter, okay, in the next lecture. So thank you, see you in the next.